Believe it or not, but this car enables you to charge electricity in your home. The 2024 Volvo EX90, a high-end, 3-row, electric SUV, made its global debut in Stockholm, starting a parade of future products with promises to reveal a new electric vehicle every year. Volvo has pledged to be an all-electric brand by early 2030. The EV luxury SUV will be the most advanced Volvo to date and will assume the mantle of flagship when it goes on sale in late 2023, alongside the current Volvo EX90, a 3-row SUV offered with an internal combustion engine and as a hybrid and plug-in hybrid. Today in this video we're going to touch many features of this amazing Swedish masterpiece, so be attention and don't waste and skip any sec of this review, and don't forget to hit like button down below. And now let's dive in. Outside, the EX90's link to the existing XC90 SUV is easy to see from its squared-off edges, tapering third-row side windows, and distinctive front and rear lights. But the electric EX90's smoother surfaces and flush door handles hint at how its designers prioritized aerodynamics for better efficiency. Approach the car and the headlights will awaken with an animation that calls to mind an opening eyelid. On the rear, segmented taillights follow the edges of the liftgate. There's no grille. Instead, there's a flat front reminiscent of many other EV designs, including the Volvo XC40 Recharge and Ford Mustang Mach-E. Perhaps the EX90's most noticeable design feature is a little bump above the top of the windshield. It houses a LiDAR sensor that's part of the suite of devices that scans the vehicle's surroundings for various safety and advanced driving assistance systems. More on those later. Inside, Volvo continues to play up its Nordic heritage with minimalist design. The EX90 gets a leather-free interior with lots of flat surfaces, unadorned spaces, and hidden lighting that glows from behind natural wood finishes. A lot of the interior materials are recycled plastic. As is the fashion on so many vehicles these days, there's a big, 14.5 inches tablet-like touchscreen in the middle of the dashboard, and another screen behind the steering wheel. We are dismayed to see only one physical control aside from the control stalks behind the steering wheel, a big knob with a pause, play symbol. It sits in front of the cup holders between the front seats. Volvo says it also serves as a volume knob. The infotainment system has various Google apps built in. We've used a similar system on the Polestar 2 and found it to be unintuitive and confusing. We're hoping Volvo's promise of more processing power will help it run more smoothly. The layout and home screen also appear to be slightly reconfigured. In any case, despite the Google tie-in, drivers will still be able to use both Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, and they will be able to use their smartphone as a key. We've only seen glimpses of the EX90's third row, but we don't expect the rearmost seats to be the most comfortable ones in the house. As is the case with most mid-sized 3-row SUVs, the current XC90's third-row seats are best suited for young kids, and we can't imagine the new vehicle's design will uncover that much more free space. A minimalist interior design puts most of the EX90's controls on a large touchscreen infotainment system. The look is clean and classically Scandinavian, but it may be irksome to drivers who prefer physical buttons and switches on their dashboards. The interior feels open and airy thanks to a large glass roof, and there's room for 7 riders thanks to a standard third row of seats. Leather upholstery has been banished from the options sheet in the interest of eco-friendliness, but the materials used instead look high-end, especially the available wool fabric that's blended with plastic recovered from recycled bottles. There is a customizable 15 inches infotainment touchscreen with Google built-in and 5G connectivity standard. It is also compatible with Apple CarPlay. Built-in Google apps and services include Google Assistant, Google Maps, and Android Auto. The SUV will help owners find available charging stations and pay for the juice with plug and charge. The Volvo EX90 will be the first Volvo car to feature Dolby Atmos, delivering immersive sound via a Bowers and Wilkins audio system with 25 speakers, including ones integrated into the headrests. Mercedes also is introducing Dolby Atmos in its 2023 Mercedes-Benz EQE SUV. Dolby Atmos provides 4D 360-degree sound and requires Atmos-enabled sound files to create an experience similar to being in a movie theater. You can leave your key fob at home and rely on phone key technology to unlock the EX90 with your smartphone. The feature will come standard. Extra energy source to your home. The EX90 will be offered with a bi-directional wall box and energy management system in some markets. Use the smart charging feature on the Volvo Cars app to choose the best time for convenience or cost to charge the SUV or to save energy. Using the EX90 car battery as an extra energy source to supply power to the home or another car during peak times when prices are higher. In the future, customers might be able to sell energy back to the grid. The 7-passenger EX90 will go into production in the US next year at the Volvo plant in Ridgeville, South Carolina, with deliveries in 2024. Volvo will subsequently add production in China. EV motor. All EX90s will come with a dual-motor all-wheel drive powertrain, but the entry-level twin-motor model makes 402 horsepower, while the twin-motor performance variant makes 496 horsepower. The propulsion architecture is new and is likely shared with the recently debuted Polestar 3, which can be had with an even higher output 517 horsepower version of the system. Acceleration should be brisk even though the EX90 will likely tip the scales at a higher curb weight than its gasoline-powered analog, the XC90. Volvo says the twin-motor model should be capable of hitting 60 miles per hour in 5.7 seconds, while the twin-motor performance should do the deed in 4.7 seconds. Charging and battery life. The EX90 has a 111 kWh battery. We'll have to wait a bit longer for official MPGe ratings, but Volvo estimates a range of about 300 miles on the EPA test cycle. For now, then, the Tesla Model X looks like it will retain its position as the only 7-seater electric SUV that can reach around 350 miles on a full charge. Able to support DC fast charging at up to 250 kW, it will take 30 minutes to replenish the battery from 10% to 80% under ideal conditions. With 50 kW DC charging, that time increases to 97 minutes. With AC charging, the best-case scenario is 11 hours to recharge to 80%. The 250 kW maximum charging speed is better than the BMW iX's 195 kW maximum. Notably, the EX90 is the first Volvo that is capable of bidirectional charging. This allows customers to use the car battery to power electric devices, another Volvo EV, or even your house if required. Safety. Volvo promises that new driver assistance features will make their debut on the EX90, including the company's next-generation adaptive cruise control with lane centering and active steering assist. Basics such as automated emergency braking are included too, and the EX90 also features a novel in-car radar system that's intended to help prevent children and pets from getting left behind in a hot car. For more information about the EX90's crash test results, visit the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and Insurance Institute for Highway Safety websites. Here's where the EX90 really stands out. Like its Polestar cousin, the Volvo comes with a ton of active safety features as standard. Automatic emergency braking and blind spot warning are there, of course, but there's a lot more as well. The EX90 has what Volvo calls a driver understanding system. It's a driver monitoring setup that uses 2 cameras to track the driver's eyes. If it senses that the driver may be distracted, drowsy, or otherwise non-responsive, Volvo says the vehicle will issue warnings and, if necessary, safely stop the vehicle and call for help. There's also an interior radar system that can sound an alert if kids or pets are mistakenly left in the vehicle while parked. Volvo's Pilot Assist active driving assistance system will get a major upgrade thanks to 16 ultrasonic sensors, 8 cameras, and 5 radar systems that work together with a LiDAR sensor to interpret the vehicle's surroundings in darkness and in light, and with the precision of a single centimeter. Initially, these sensors will be used to offer new features such as steering support when changing lanes. With over-the-air software updates, Volvo says the EX90's sensors and design make it hardware-ready for unsupervised driving in the future. Price. The EX90 will be built in Ridgeville, South Carolina, for the U.S. market, alongside the Polestar 3, and is expected to reach dealerships in early 2024. However, customers can pre-order their cars now and then will be able to finalize their EX90 spec in the fall of 2023. Pricing isn't being released yet, with Volvo saying only that the car will be well equipped at under $80,000. Besides buying or leasing, the EX90 will be available through the brand's Care by Volvo subscription plan. The model will be sold alongside the current XC90 at the top of the Swedish brand's lineup before eventually supplanting the XC90. The EX90 starts a parade of Volvo EVs, with the company saying it plans to introduce one new electric model per year. It will be interesting to see how closely they hew to the EX90.